Hello YouTube, hope everybody's doing good today. It's been a while since I made a video, but this video's been a long time coming because this is the last of my series on my API videos, running examples for the Etrade APIs. And when I first downloaded this thing, I overthought it because I'm used to using Ant and they're using a Maven. And with Ant, you had to go download all the dependencies yourself and create your own environment. And apparently Maven will do this for you. So what I'm going to run today is we're going to run the example, the Etrade Java example. I'm going to leave the link as always to download the code for the example application. I am running Maven 3.6.1, and I'm going to leave some links down here for different Maven, for the certain Maven, and I'm running it under Java 8. If you go on up to the upper level, I've tried this thing on newer versions of Java, and you get some odd errors, and I think part of it is the dependencies are not compatible with the newer versions of Java. I believe this thing was developed under Java 8. I've also ran it under Java 9, and it works under Java 9, but when you get up into the newer releases of Java, then you're going to end up with some errors. And if you're running the Java Web Start application, which if you followed my video to install that and get it running, then I'd just stay with Java 8 or whatever that's running Web Start, and that's the version I use to play around with this this development API. So let's see, we went over to see the download page, developer.etrade.com. I'm running Maven 3.6.1. There's another link there for Maven. And then we're running Java Open. I'm running the Open Java. Not there's Oracle version that they require you, if you download it, they want you to pay a licensing fee. You don't really need to do that. I'd just download the Open version. Alright, so here I have a command line window. So Java -version. And as you can see, I'm running Java 8. Let's see if I can make this text bigger. Edit, properties, font. Let's go with 24 font. Yeah, that's a lot better. That's easier to see. Alright. Where'd I put my directory now? Okay. So to run this thing, I guess I need to kind of go over. It comes with the README file. There's an OAuth properties file that you have to update in the source before you even run the commands. Now this is running and this is another thing that clued me that I needed to use an older version of Java, because they were running an older version of Maven than what I did. And the older version of Maven, you actually typed out MAVEN, which the new one, you just type in MVN to run Maven. So, where is my... Yeah, okay, so this is what the OAuth properties would be. The the production key would go up here. The sandbox, which that's what I'm going to be running off of, key is down here. And this is what it looks like. And if you go back to the website, you log in. You have to log in here using your Etrade account ID and log in and request to get the access key in the secret code, which is like you got a hash token and a password for the hashtag. So once you have everything set up, and let's see if this will run first try. You type in nvn clean install. Oh, wait a minute, I've got to do this. I have not done something. I have not done something. And that's my bad. I meant to do that before I even started this. Let's go to and that's good. I can set this up. I can set this up while I'm doing the video. Let me make sure everything, you can see what I'm doing. Yes, you can. So if I go to settings, and it would pop up on another window. We'll slide it over here, that's fine. System, about. Alright, there should be an advanced. This is Windows 11 I'm on, so it's a little different. Advanced system settings. I think on Windows 10 it's going to be over here in the right hand column, if I remember right. So advanced, you could actually go in and look for control panel to get into this way too. So I'm going to go into environment variables here, this little button right here. And I want under path, I'm just going to edit my path here, and I'm going to add a new. And you want the full path through your Maven 361 bin. And just leave it at that. Well, should I put a slash at the end? I don't think it matters. I don't think it's going to matter. All right. Get out of that. Now what I'll have to do, in the old days you used to have to restart your machine, but all right, let's make sure Java dash version. I think I could do nvn dash version. And I think that'll work. Yes, 361, and it knows it's going to use Java 1.8. All right, so let's get back to the root. Nope. I don't know why I come up with that. Example app. All right, now we're back to where we was at. I've got my secret key, and well, I've got my I got my token and my secret installed in the OAuth properties. So let's try a and actually let's just look at the clean install. So I'm going to do nvn clean install. And I've not executed on this box, so it's going to download all the dependencies. That's the one thing I overthought this thing, and I started trying to download the dependencies on my own, the Spring framework and stuff that it's using behind the scenes, and there wasn't a need for it because Maven will do that for you and build everything for you. So really all you need to do is unzip it, copy the example folder out onto the root of your C drive, and just execute the command once you get the environment set up. Alright, so no errors. Again, if you try to use one of the newer versions like Java 12 or Java 14 or something like that, you're going to get some weird errors, and it's going to be a pain to try to figure out. I mean, you could probably, I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time on it. I could have probably figured it out and rewrote it and got it to work with the newer versions of Spring and stuff. But it's a lot easier just to get the pre-written code up and running and just stick with what they've got released right now. Because if you start monkeying with the code trying to get it to work with a newer version of Spring and newer version of Java, then support may not help you if you call Etrade and ask them for help trying to get it to run. All right, so if I say run.bat, alright, so I'm going to run the sandbox. I've not set this thing up to run on live because I don't want to touch my live account with it. That's weird. Log4j. But it's still running. That's interesting. It threw that error in. It's going to pop up a window here. No, I don't want to do vertical windows. So it'll pop up, force you to log into your account. You got to accept the fact that, well, all right, it's on you if you lose money using this API. It's pretty much, and that you know, if you mess up, it's your fault. It's your problem. They don't take any responsibility if you lose any money using this API. And I can understand why they would do that. I mean, you're doing this at your own risk, and I will stress you, or you're doing trading at your own risk. All right, so here it wants to enter a verification code. And there you go. That's one error I didn't get on Java 9, which is kind of weird. They might include that in Java 9, so they may have coded this in Java 9, because I've tested this thing under Java 9. And I thought, well, it should run under Java 8, but apparently I threw an error. But apparently that error is a minor detail. It just caught it and went on. But it's making the calls. It's making the calls to get my account list. Let's see. I wanted to let's get a balance. So there's nothing in 1, 2. There's nothing in 2. Get balance. 3. Nothing in 3. 4, go back. So this is all a sandbox site. So market quotes, GOG. Let's check out, see what Google is. And it's throwing some errors. Okay. I may retry this. Go back. Sandbox. Count list. Accept. This time it didn't throw an error. Get portfolios too. One. All right. All right, so maybe it's best to go with Java 9 then instead of Java 1.8. I don't know though, but it's starting to work under 9. Or 8, excuse me, it's starting to work under 8, so I don't know. My suggestion though, if you're on a box and you got that that web start app that I've created a couple of videos for, probably wouldn't touch that environment because you're probably going to break that web start application. I'll try to go under 8. This looks like it's working. I think it was a log4j error that it had before. And yeah, I think it was a log4j, but maybe it downloaded what it needed and it's fixed the error. I don't know. We didn't get it again. It's kind of weird. Or maybe it didn't load the jar and it loaded the jar after the fact. I have no idea. So that's not my account number. That's a fake account number. You're probably going to get the same number when you test it. The sandbox is just going to throw out this. They've got it hard coded. When you can make the calls, it's going to throw out information. So if I go back and say let's see, let's go back 4 market quotes 2. Let's try that again. Stock symbol. If I do T, which is AT&T, wow, it's not even going to do it. Two market quotes. Enter stock symbol. AMC. No, it's not making the calls. So it's not exactly working the way I was expecting it to. All right. All right. I think I'm going to stop this video here. I'll create another video for the Java 9. Okay, this is kind of weird. So Maven Maven must have installed log4j, this log4j package automatically, but I went and did some Google searches, and I found that adding this dependency here to the POM file, these lines right here, and I'll put this text in the description for people to use, corrected my issue for running this thing. Let's go back. Let's go 4, go back. 3, go back. X to exit. Clear. Actually, CLS for Windows. All right, so let's start back with the do I have it? That's the key. All right, I did have it open. I must have closed it. Let's go back to that in the README. This is what I'm looking for. All right. So I've already told you what version of Maven I'm running, the version of Java I'm running. So let's run, instead of Maven now, again, this has to be MVN, clean install. So MVN, instead of Maven, spelling Maven, they've shortened the command. So it's already downloaded the dependency, so it didn't scroll all the stuff it did when I first run it, when I first started this whole process on this box. So, all right, so now if you do a directory, just do an asterisk, there's a run.bat right here. So run.bat, you could do the Java command that's in this bat file to run it. It's just easier to run it in a run.bat. You just do that, and it's going to run that whole string. So all that bat file is this right here. Maven execute java -d exec.main class equals. It does all this, and instead I had to type it out, you just run the run.bat. All right, so I'm going to connect the sandbox. Let's get count. Let's do market quotes. Let's see if that works now. Yes. Okay. So that apparently that package was needed to make that the call for the Google. But you know, it's crazy. It's crazy the way this thing is done. No matter what quote you give it, like T, like I was going to try before, T for AT&T, it's still going to throw Google back at you. So this is mainly, the sandbox is just to verify that you're calling the functions correctly, the web service correctly, to get the information back from Etrade. So let's go back. 3. And, oh, did I back all the way out? Okay, one account list. I've already logged in, so it's already got me. It's already got me logged in. Let's do the account list again. And oh nope, it's going to go in and verify that I'm logged in. It's going to give me this little number that I've got to paste out of the web browser into the command line. And this is like the 2-factor that they set up for you to use it. So that way somebody can't hack your box and be using getting into your account and doing orders without, you know, without your knowledge. So it's just keeping you safe by doing it that way. So, all right, so let's do 2, get portfolios. Let's see what 3 throws back. Okay, so you can get the list of everything in your portfolio. So I see some Microsoft in there. Anyway, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. The Maven, once you download the Maven's going to download, except for that one dependency if you're on Java 8. Java 9, I don't remember getting that error. It seems like Java 9 it automatically downloaded the right package, or maybe it defaulted to a certain package and it was compatible with 9, but I'll use 9 on a separate box. I'm using 8 on this one. So anyway, that's how you get it running. It's not that difficult. And if you run into an error, you can always do like I did and do a Google search, and there's always somebody's put a post on one of the Java forums about some of these errors. So that's it in a nutshell. I hope this helps people out that's interested in running this. If you stick within the parameters, like if you use Java 1.8, and what version of Java 9 did I have on this thing? Because I've copied it to my flash drive that I moved everything through. It just says JDK 9. It's what I used on my laptop when I was doing this. I'm on my desktop right now. I had a few minutes messing around on my laptop, and I got it running on this. So JDK 9. Let's see what this is. Open with Notepad. Just once. Oh, it don't even tell me. It's not even telling me what version it is. It would probably, if I had it installed in the, it's got a version number, a release number. I'm sure it's going to throw, but yeah, the root version is 9. So I have run it successfully under 9. What is the main point I'm trying to make? And I do not think I had that issue when I run it on the laptop, but it might have been accidentally. I might have had the correct version of that logging package on that laptop, because I play around with so many things, and I just didn't get the error because I had a version and it was happy with what it found. So anyway, but that's it. It runs. Play around with it on your own, at your own risk. Again, you know, people's into running trading bots. You can do it, but I'd rather be in control of my buys and sales. If I was going to play around with this kit personally, if I continue to play around with the APIs, and I've not determined which one I'm more comfortable with the Java, because I've done more Java work in my IT life than any other thing. But I could do JSON or or any of the others too. I mean, like I said before in one of my previous videos, once you learn one language, you can write code in different languages, because the syntax is a little different, but an if statement is an if statement, a case statement is a case statement. Your variables are going to be, you know, integers, floats, text. It's all, the mechanics are similar between languages. It's just the syntax is different. That's what you have to learn the difference in, is the syntax. So good luck with this. If you play around with it, leave a comment down in the description below the video, and let me know if you play around with it, how you like it, what you've done with it. But again, if you're trying to write a trading bot, I strongly I'm cautioning you. It's a very high risk, because again, you may catch a stock at a certain price, Your order might not set the order for the high enough price. The order may never execute. There's a lot of things could go south with running a trading bot. You're going to have to writing a trading bot it's going to be pretty complicated because you're going to have to go check your orders. You're going to have to continuously check the stock that you bought into. I'd rather just do simple. If you want to do something on the sly at work where you don't have your E-Trade count up, you can check like, oh, what's AT&T doing right now, and do a quick command line run and get your, pull up the price of AT&T, and then it's like, oh, I want to buy so many shares of AT&T. So you go hit 3 and hit an order, make an order for so many shares of AT&T at such and such price, set the order, boom, you you don't even have the E-Trade website up on your browser, so if your boss comes up, look over your shoulder, you're in your command line prompt here, it looks like you may be playing around with some code or something, if you're an IT person. So, or you're running some kind of system command on some system, you might be, SSH'd into something or something, but for all they know. But anyway, and I'm not condoning that you do stuff on the sly, but if you got a day job and you're trading stocks, sometimes you might want to get in and check on your stocks, do some buys and sells if an opportunity comes up. So, that's just part of it. But there it is, short and simple. Run of the E-Trade Java sample application. And you can potentially write a Java trading bot to trade stocks using this. But again, it's all a gamble, folks. It's all a gamble. There's plenty of videos where people's written bots. There's people that said that they made just a little bit of money, but they made more money when they're trading live off their account on their brokerage, live on their account. Some of them lost money. I do some research on it before I try to do anything crazy like that. I think, me personally, I just rather if I use this, I would use it to just make quick trade. I want to buy in. Maybe AT&T's price dropped, the $15, and I want to buy more than what I've already got of AT&T. That's just an example of what I would be using it for. But anyway, hopefully everybody's having a good week. Hopefully you're having a profitable week. And sorry about it taking so long to get this video out on getting this running. I overthought it. I really thought I had to download all the requirements, and that just caused more errors. I've tried it on like I said, a newer version of Java, and it's going to throw some odd errors. And as I thought, well, I backed up and I said, I've spent some time on this, trying to play around with it in the evenings, past month or so. And I just kind of backed up, and I'm like, let's just start a sample and go with the minimum requirements. So I had a copy of Java 9 on my laptop, and I'm like, I'm going to try it with Java 9, see if I can install it. Because I'd played around with Java 12, Java 14, and then I went and took a LinkedIn learning class on Maven, running Maven, just to verify I was trying to use Maven right, and that's where I found out that it's going to download all the dependencies based off the POM file. And once I got all that worked out and went down to Java 9, I got it to work. It was like drop dead simple. It didn't give me hardly any hassle at all. And you do have to enter your secret key and your authorization token into that OAuth properties file before you even compile the application, because that gets compiled into your jar file. And that is tied to your account. So this will not work unless you already have your E-Trade keys requested, and you have to renew them every 2 years. I found that out. And you can't just go through E-Trade. I'm going to throw this into. You can't just go through E-Trade help desk. You have to tell them that they need to contact somebody in the IT department, and that you need your secret key, your API key to access and use the API. And then once they contact somebody in the IT, there's like somebody in the IT side that takes care of this. And they probably, if somebody's writing code to like throw up. As I showed in the previous video, you can use this code. Like if you have a company and you're on the stock market, you could have real-time price of your stock ticker on your company website. And that's one of the reasons they put this out there, so you can do that through. You'd have a corporate Etrade account for your company, and you'd be using this API to show the your current current stock price of your stock on your corporate site. So anyway, that's it in a nutshell. Thanks for watching my video. I appreciate you if you stuck with it this long. I hope some people play around with this. I think it's kind of neat that you can do this. Somebody asked me about some of these other. You could potentially combine a few APIs. So like Stocks to Trade, they have the API for Twitter, so they can scan Twitter feeds, and then they also have an API for whatever brokerage that they're contacting under the covers. They have an API. You can combine APIs, and you can potentially, like when you do check a stock price, if you like write code to hit Twitter and scan Twitter for any tweets on that stock, just in case somebody's in the know or is throwing out some alerts about some news or something, you can pull that up when you throw the price quote up through the code behind the scenes. So anyway, I'm going to quit rambling on. I appreciate you watching the video, and hopefully the rest of the week is a good week, a profitable week for you. Keep what's important. Keep the lights on, food on your table, roof over your head, because just don't invest anything that you can't afford to lose. Don't put yourself in a bind, because investing in stocks and crypto this is like addictive as gambling. And just don't get yourself in a bind financially. Be cautious with your trades is what I'm trying to say. Because I want everybody to succeed, and that's what it's out there for, is for you to make money. But you got to do it. You got to be patient about it. You got to take time and be patient about it. But anyway, thanks for watching my video. I appreciate everybody that supports my channel, and it's been dedicated to watching my videos, and I really want everybody to succeed. I know past couple of years the stock market and crypto's been bad, but I think everything's going to turn around. It's just going to take some time. May not turn around till we get around to the 2024 elections. I don't know. Everything's kind of trading sideways right now for what it looks like. I'm not going to be pumping. Some of these people keep pumping Shiba, and I'm into Shiba, but I'm not going to keep pumping the same old stuff. Shibarium is out, and I think Shibarium's going to make a difference in the price of Shiba Inu and some of the like Bone token and some of these other tokens that's tied to Shiba Inu. It may even affect Ethereum, because it's on the Ethereum network, and it's like a level 2 blockchain system. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. There's a lot of neat stuff that's coming up, a lot of neat ideas that's going into crypto. I don't think it's going away anytime soon. And I think eventually, the fiat dollar is probably going to go away, but it might not be for a good number of years. There'll be a whole lot of conversion over to try to have to do that. There's the U.S. government would have to, which that's where I'm at, would have to rethink everything about the monetary system. And I think they probably want the Federal Trade Commissions probably want to have their hands in it and control some stuff. But there's going to have to be some stable coins. And right now, like Shiba's not a stable coin. There is a U.S. dollar stable coin that matches the price of the U.S. dollar. And I think you're going to have some stable coins for countries to adopt the crypto. It's going to have to be a stable coin that's not going to be volatile in price. You want a stable price on the coin. But time will tell how this all works out. I know it's going to be a process. It's going to be a process, but it could come about faster than what we think. I've seen a lot of changes over the years. So time will tell. Anyway, this time I'm going to go ahead and end the video. I appreciate you watching the video, and I wish you all well, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye. Bella's got to be right up under me, don't you, Bella? Oh, my word. Cloudy day, looks like it may rain. Clouds out over the valley. East Tennessee Valley. And Bella, she's just happy to be around.